Summer Games Fest has come and gone, and with that was a slew of reveals and game announcements, etc., including the actual Summer Games Fest. So we're not going to talk about during this video, but part of Summer Games Fest kicked off with State of Play from PlayStation, where they did in June their announcement, their regular occurring State of Play. They did what they normally do, where they're like 2 days before that happens, they're like, hey, State of Play in 2 days, get ready, get excited. And in it, they had a couple of new game announcements, so it was pretty exciting. So we're going to talk about some of the highlights that came from that reveal. And if you want to watch all of our content and information about the other events that occurred, such as Summer Games Fest and Xbox Game Showcase, we will have those in other videos, so make sure you check out our YouTube channel for that. But State of Play, first and foremost. I think one of the biggest announcements from this, Jason, is Silent Hill F.
Oh, fuck, yeah. I thought it was called Resident Evil for some reason.
No.
There's a lot of there's a lot of Resident Evil news. But yeah, I think that was the biggest one. Am I going to play it? More likely not, because the Silent Hill franchise scares the shit out of me, because I played Messages. You remember that?
Oh, God, that's right. I forgot about that. Was that a Silent Hill thing?
I thought it was Silent Hill.
It might be. I wonder if that was like meant to be like a PT iteration for this or something.
That one had an interesting storyline, I'm not going to lie, but I just couldn't do it anymore. It was just too scary for me.
I think you should stream it.
I did.
No, this.
Oh, that? No, I'm good.
Come on, for the content.
I mean, I might. I don't know. It's just like these games, like Silent Hill and Resident Evil, is just like those style of games just kind of like, I don't know, man. It just seems like too much for me, because I tried to play Evil Within, and I was just like, I shouldn't have got this one, because I was getting into Alan Wake.
Yeah.
And I never gave those games a chance, and I was just like, okay, I might need to start doing this. So I think I beat Alan Wake 2, and I was just like, let me try Evil Within. Or I was waiting for Alan Wake 2. I was like, let me try Evil Within. I had a PC. And I was just like, this one's kind of fucking brutal for me too. So this, I don't know. I don't like the fucking walking down hallways and trying to fucking slowly run away from something and just stun them, and I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'll watch some gameplay of it and then debate on it, but it looks cool.
It looks amazing. Like it's a psychological horror spinoff set in 1960s Japan, following a high schooler, Hinako, battling eerie mannequin enemies. So they show this trailer highlighting close quarters melee combat, fog-drenched landscapes, puzzles, and PS5 Pro's enhanced graphics mode. This comes out September 25th, 2025, so this year.
Nice.
Very exciting. One game that caught my eye was Romeo as a Dead Man.
Yeah, it reminds me of Rick and Morty for some reason.
Yeah, it's like I didn't expect the card. So Suda51 or whatever is like some dude that makes these crazy wild action games. I forgot what he's done in the past, but he's been known for these crazy high action, high octane, wild action experiences that are really just psychotic. I love the name, like Romeo is a Dead Man. I think it's cool, and like it just looks weird. I don't know if I'm gonna play it because it seems too fast paced, action heavy for me, but the visual style is really, really cool. And the little like talking like jacket thing in the back and everything, I'm just like, this has got some like almost like Hideo Kojima vibes mixed in with like insane crazy
carnage.
Slasher carnage,
almost like Dead Rising.
Yeah, for sure. So it was pretty cool to see, and I don't remember when this one comes out, but it's looking pretty good, and definitely has a style and aesthetic that I liked. Then there was that Pragmata game that was really weird. It's a sci-fi action adventure set on a dystopian moon. This showed off some story beats with the protagonists Hugh and Diana in this atmospheric world, coming out sometime next year. You have this little girl run around with you, and big dude
in a spacesuit.
Yeah. Interesting. Graphics are great. Looks really cool. Very, very Japanese inspired feeling, also kind of reminds me a little bit of like some Death Stranding mechanics in a way. But yeah, does this catch your eye at all?
Not really.
Yeah.
Too Japanesey for me.
Too Japanesey, yeah. Let's see. Then there was Metal Gear Solid. Tides of Tomorrow looked kind of interesting. I didn't quite get this game at first, but I read some stuff about it online, and I'm trying to remember. There was a specific element of it that
The multiplayer.
yeah, the multiplayer attracted me to it, and I was curious about like it visually looks really cool, and
Isn't it just a remake or a remaster?
I don't
Or remake?
know. I think it's a brand new game.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
I thought it was just a remaster with a new game mode with the multiplayer stuff. Because is that like an actual? Because the other one was just like a shooters thing. This was different.
it's from the makers of Road 96,
Hmm.
but I don't know what Road 96 is. But this is you survive in the troubled ocean planet of Alind. And it's a world struggling to survive in the wake of the Great Flood as a deadly plastification threatens
Shit.
to kill all living things. You steel yourself to face numerous challenges posed by the ocean planets. What?
I thought you were talking about Metal Gear Solid. I don't know.
No.
Right.
This is yeah, that's a remake. No,
That's
Solid,
okay.
yeah.
I was just like, I could have sworn it was a remake. Okay, yeah, you're talking about this one. Yeah, it kind of feels like Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
A little
Yeah.
bit.
Choose your allies carefully as each decision has the potential to create new adversaries. Follow your friends or favorite streamers on their own adventures. I don't know what that means.
Follow your streamer.
Yeah. Sail
Yeah.
through the uncertain waters, etc. Yeah, so it's an innovative asynchronous multiplayer influence system, meaning that players' choices and actions impact each other's stories.
Oh.
That's what I saw that was really interesting about this game. So I don't know what that means, how that's going to work, but things that you do, so you play the game, players' actions influence each other's experiences, and players can choose to follow their friends or favorite streamers' adventures. So as you're progressing through it, I guess decisions that you're making will impact their stories and vice versa in this like ever-arching, expansive world coming out February 24th, 2026. So it's pretty cool. Then Luminous, that is going to be a Tetris Effect
Tetris
follow-up.
Effect,
Very
yeah.
beautiful puzzle game. This one, I believe, there was a Luminous that was on like PSP at one point, I believe, is what they said. And then now it's like out in new fancy visual form. So there is some expansion and stuff there. And what else? What was like some of the big ones? Like, did you like Nioh? What about Nioh? Did you like Nioh?
Nah, I don't know.
No?
Not my game.
Nioh 3 looks cool. I feel like
Looks
Melissa
cool.
might be into that a little bit. It's got some Final Fantasy, like, I don't know, intense action, almost Dark Souls-y kind of vibes. Actually, it's probably more Dark Souls than anything. Visually, it looks cool, but this is just not my kind of game.
Yeah.
No, it's something I want to play. But 007, First Light, IO Interactive is stepping away from the Hitman franchise.
Yep.
Into 007.
I was very shocked this was on the State of Play, especially because we were texting about it like that day.
Yeah.
Talking about the James Bond game coming out.
Yeah. I was surprised too.
So this is supposed to be like a prequel to him being 007.
Yep. It's a 26-year-old Bond on his first mission. Origin story of James Bond developed by IO Interactive, creators of the Hitman franchise. And they showed it's a full trailer showcasing the story, the character, him getting into the world of espionage, but being a little, Bondy, early Bond, where he's like not quite his suave, he's not a veteran yet, you know what I mean? He's gonna make mistakes. He's gonna screw up a little bit, right? And yeah, that's what they showcase here. A lot of variety and stuff, but one thing that I noticed, some people made mention that it feels almost too Hitman in some ways, but I kind of disagree with that, because I feel like it does feel way more like action-packed and more like Hitman's very slow, stealthy, kind of methodical, but it's very open-ended in what you can do in the world. This feels like there's gonna be a lot more variety in gameplay. That's like some of it's gonna be like just run and gun, get out there and shoot some bad guys, and others can be like stealth-based mechanics and missions and whatnot. But
I think it feels a lot like Uncharted.
yeah,
That's what I get vibes from.
I can definitely see that for sure.
But
But I'm looking forward to it. I think it could be fun. I kind of expected him to have a little bit more like, I don't know. He just feels like a very generic white
guy.
dude. Yeah. Like there's nothing special about him. He just looks like a generic white dude, Like Daniel Craig has this like look about him.
There
Pierce
you go.
Brosnan has this look, right? Like he just looks kind of,
This is a James Bond for the newer generations.
That's true.
Buddy.
Yeah, that's fair. AI generated.
AI generated.
What would AI or James Bond look like as a 26-year-old? Anyway, so this comes out next year sometime. So get excited about that. And then they closed out the event with a big surprise, actually. They spent a lot of time on, and it is from Arc System Works. And these guys are veteran fighters, are fighting game developers, and they revealed a game called Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, a team-based 4v4 tag fighter in the Marvel universe.
Is this something we need?
Duh. No, apparently so Marvel approached them and was like,
Yeah, I knew.
yo, make me a fighting game.
But like, I'm sorry, it just gives me Marvel versus Capcom vibes. You know what I mean? Why not just do another Marvel versus Capcom? That's what I thought it was at first.
Yeah.
If you want me to be honest.
I
mean,
know.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Yeah, it is. I like the art style for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, would we play it? Probably not, because we don't do fighting games that much. But I like the idea of it. It was really funny to see like them all talking Japanese, and then all of a sudden it's like Spidey sense.
Spidey sense. Yeah.
It was very good. But yeah, it seems more. I mean, it's a more. I never played Marvel vs. Capcom though, so I don't know if that was that like traditional side by side fighting game. Okay.
Yep.
And yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah. That one was fun. I enjoyed playing Marvel vs. Capcom.
Arc System Works. There was one. Was the one they did? Again, no wait, was it again? No, Guilty Gear. Yeah, Guilty Gear. That's what they do. Guilty Gear is their big franchise that's like really really popular. And Dragon Ball Z Fighters, they did that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which that looked pretty cool. I never played.
Austin really enjoyed that one, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. And then, other than that, I mean, we had Final Fantasy Tactics. It didn't look great. It was a high definition remaster of the game. It was fine. Baby Steps looked kind of cool. That was a walking simulator with the protagonist that trips and falls,
Mm-hmm.
on regular basis, and has some funny British humor in there. So, kind of neat. But other than that, it was, I mean, the big announcements at this event were definitely Nioh 3, I think just showcasing that Pragmata and Romeo's Dead Man, Silent Hill F, and then, yeah, it was an okay showcase. I was kind of expecting a little bit more of something. I don't know what exactly.
Wolverine, Ghost of Yokai.
Yeah. And it was heavily like Japanese focused too, which I thought was interesting.
They're all heavy Japanese.
Yeah.
The last one wasn't.
But like around this time though, I figured it might be a little bit different because it is like there's more eyes on.
Are they doing another one in July, or is just Ghost of Yokai?
Just Yotai. It's kind of like when they did one like that recently. I forgot what it was for, but it was for some game that they did a deep dive, and it was just like
Suicide Squad?
No, it was a State of Play.
I thought that was at the State of Play with Suicide Squad.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't look good for this game, man. Fuck, Ghost of Yotai is gonna suck. You might be right. Yeah,
But no one.
there you go. But State of Play came and went. Let us know what you thought in the comments below, or any of these games, something that you're really, really hyped on. What is your hype level about them? What do you think about, Romeo's Dead Man, Pragmata, all those different games? Love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And is there something we missed? Let us know as well.